I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand, right? And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me. They don't, and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because a whole place can't be like, weird town, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them and they tell you don't go to the house on the hill. And it's like that Mel Gibson is no stranger to headlines, whether for his interviews or controversial takes on Hollywood's darkest secrets, but this time he's dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming, and it's got one of the most powerful figures in the world. Oprah Winfrey, right at the center of the storm. So what the connection between Mel Gibson and Oprah? Well, it's not what you'd expect, and it might just change the way you see them both. But before we get into the shocking claims about Oprah, let's step back and discuss why Mel Gibson is the one taking a stand right now. I imagined that stuff that couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track with a lot of this stuff. Not specifically on track, but that you could, that some of your worst nightmares were real at the time. And you think in the 80s and 90s, Mel Gibson's was a me-star, but his career took a nosedive in the 2000s, fueled by scandals. His 2006 DUI arrest and the anti-Semitic comments made during 2003, it painted him as a symbol of controversy. And the leaked audio tapes from his personal life only added fuel to the fire, almost destroying his whole life. But in recent years, Mel Gibson has undergone a transformation that few people could have predicted. He's kept a lower profile, focusing on projects that resonate with his beliefs and values. One of the most talked about examples is his support for Sound of Freedom, a film highlighting transportation of innocent kids in illegal ways. Gibson hasn't just praised the movie, he's aligned himself with anti-trafficking efforts. He's worked with Tim Ballard, a former Homeland Security agent, to bring attention to the exploitation of vulnerable populations. Gibson has also been vocal about his knowledge of underground networks within Hollywood, claiming there's a dark side to the industry that preys on the powerless, while many people initially dismissed his claims as conspiracy theories. His dedication to exposing these systems through advocacy, philanthropy, and reported financial support for documentaries has made people take notice. This redemption arc has given Gibson a platform to discuss issues that few dare to touch. And he's not holding back, but how does this tie into Oprah Winfrey? To understand that we need to see the connections between Hollywood's most powerful elites, I think it is moving forward. I think that light has definitely been shone into the dark regions, and it's painful, but it's a necessary thing for change, from uplifting interviews on the Oprah Winfrey Show to her charitable initiatives like the Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. Oprah has become a global symbol of hope and opportunity, but her life hasn't been without its issues. Over the years, she has faced backlash for her connections to people like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, two names familiar with Hollywood's darkest scandals. Though she has publicly condemned their actions, images of her with them at events have fueled speculation about the extent of their relationships. One of the most popular chapters tied to Oprah's name involves Joel Tira de Faria, better known as John of God. This Brazilian spiritual healer whom Oprah featured on her show was later convicted of horrific crimes, including Oprah distanced herself from the scandal, but some people question her role in promoting him to a global audience. Now even Oprah's philanthropic ventures haven't been immune to controversy. Her South African girls' school, initially lauded as a groundbreaking to empower young women, was marred by allegations of involving staff members. Though Oprah took action to address the issues, the incident remains a stain on her life, and as her connections to controversial figures continue to surface, there are questions like, is Oprah the beacon of hope we believe her to be, or is there more to her story and the message? And I think for any sane person is that they should hate war, but one must have love and compassion for the warrior. And these guys are suffering at the moment. So I hope, if anything, this film can sort of to highlight the difficulties and the issues that our veterans are having at the moment because they're difficult. Mel Gibson's recent claims